is our friend Tom. He was a guest of mine on my podcast. He found me on my Instagram. He started saying some really factual things about Leonard Leo in a comment, and I just hopped right on there. I'm like, hey, how do you know this? And he said, well, I used to work for the guy, and I've been trying to tell people for decades what is going on. He has reporter friends in DC. He's well connected, and still he's been so frustrated because nobody will pay attention to this. Of course, now he is, we all know he's right. And hopefully the mainstream media will start to follow suit. And he says right here, this is from Threads, he handed out 500 Google Leonard Leo cards today. This was at the Washington, D.C. march yesterday. To smart, well-informed, well-read protesters who had never heard of Leonard Leo. I blame the D.C. castrato, which means they've had their balls cut off, reporters who refused to shine a light on this cockroach. None of this shit happened without Leonard Leo. And so, I was just saying last week, I try to write these ahead of time, but it's impossible because this kind of stuff happens. I just saw this early this morning and I was like, well, I got to put that in the presentation. And so here he is. And I don't know if you guys read Spanish, but this is a not nice thing he has on his shirt. And so he really is doing the work. And he told me in the podcast that he takes like a 4-mile walk around DC almost every day. And he wears this shirt. And if anyone kind of snickers and laughs, he goes up to him and says, have you ever heard of Leonard Leo? And he says, everyone says no, they've never heard of Leonard Leo. And so this is our work. This is what we're doing. Okay. So people just don't know. And why would they? Everyone's been busy. Okay. Follow Tom Carter right here. THCarter123 bluesky.social. He posts a lot. He shares a lot of good things, some of which I'm going to talk to you about today. And this is the podcast he and I did together, Leonard Leo's Dark Web of Power. Leonard Leo is the fascist far-right Catholic. We're going to learn more about him today, too. That has stacked the judiciary, not just 6 out of 9 Supreme Court justices, but Supreme Courts in states, attorneys general, and solicitors general as well. And now he's got his hands in the education system because he wants Opus Dei schools from sea to shining sea. Little weasel.